Greetings everyone and welcome back to my channel for the final part of the Parisian apartment tour, episode 4. In part 1 and now part 2, we got to tour most of the home, so the kitchen, the entryway, the bathroom, the main room, and now we are on to the bedroom. As always, if you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel for more content on home decor. So we are now in the last room of your apartment, your bedroom. And I wanted to say I love the way you decorated it. I think it's very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I love the yellow on the bed. But yeah, maybe we should start with another window. And I saw plants here as well.
That's the same story.
There you go. So that's good to know. Okay, so we now have the dresser. That's a dresser, right?
I don't know what's the name of that.
I feel like it's called a dresser. Yeah,
right,
we'll call it a dresser. So now we have the dresser, and honestly, like when I first came into your bedroom, I really felt like this was one of the strongest moments. The decor, the art, the plant.
One of the first things that I had in mind when I moved in was that I needed to have something here, right? I needed to free up the wall because projector. In terms of like putting things away, I have all that, so it was really not the purpose, but I really wanted to have a piece here that I could, you know, lay things on, because I'm super picky on what I want. Plus I'm cheap on what I want. So two things that do not mix well together. This one I found at La Redoute. I just love the size again because it kind of like matches the bed. It's a beautiful furniture. The way like the wood is done, it's natural wood. Originally, I wanted to have a plant here, like a big plant that would come up. But then ultimately, I switched to this one, an ivy. I like the flow, you know, the leaves falling down. Very raw. I love it. I wanted to have a place for candles because I love lighting candles. This is one of my favorites actually. This is from H&M Home. It's a cotton. It has like this very clean smell. That's what I enjoy the most. This one, I actually bought this one in La Redoute at the same time as I bought the furniture. So one last thing that I have on here is something very recent, right? But I bought this, so it's a camera that I bought on Le Bon Coin as well, 33 euros. The reason why I bought that is that I believe that, you know, it's the moment that I really want to capture, and I do take pictures with my phone, but it's really not the same. So I think the camera is really beautiful. Yeah, we had this conversation because you were talking about wanting to buy argentique, yes,
right? Like I guess I understand the argument. I was just saying that I think you can definitely capture moments with your phone as well. And because you were saying it's not the same, but I don't really know that like there's a difference between like when I take, you know, pictures with like my camera versus my phone. But I think that's it with phones, is that this one you do not see the result. After I take the picture, I just like put it away and then focus on the moment, right? Whereas with my phones, for one, the phone does all the settings itself, so you will try your best to have always the best lighting. Yeah, and this one maybe, yeah, that's very good. It's a frame that I again bought very recently. Like the picture I bought at l'Institut du Monde Arabe. So it's a picture from the Casbah in Algiers. Yeah, it's because I am from Algeria. I really wanted to have something reminiscent of that, and I like the black and white. We have the bed, and right above the bed, your little situation that I'm super jelly of, you have your projector. This is one of the first things that I knew
I wanted in my place. I do recommend that because then you're like so immersive. I used to use it a lot myself, but I try to reduce a little bit my screen time. You can only watch that at night or by closing the blinds.
Yeah, this way you know that it can't be like the middle of the day. Like, I don't want to do nothing anymore.
Exactly.
Let me watch TV. So yeah, can you tell us like about the bed real quick? Like maybe where you bought the linens.
Unfortunately, I cannot tell you where it comes from because it was gifted from my aunt. Yeah, she had better taste this time. And,
oh, the same aunt that gave
yes, the same one. Very, very good. I love it. Yes.
Say, is it the same thing for the pillows?
Yes, it's a set actually.
Oh, yeah,
Weirdly, it's a set.
No, but it makes sense because it works. You know, like I like it. I think it's cool.
The bedside table. Okay, so on that, what do I have? Again, books. I have my light that I mentioned earlier. I do have the remotes for that, and yeah, I have my earphones, right? My AirPods, and yeah, and of course always the plug for the phones because iPhones do not hold the charge.
Here we have your office actually.
Yes, definitely, because we've been working from home now for 2 years, more than 2 years now. I think more than 2 years. But when I moved in here, I made sure that I had enough space for the office, desk. Made sure that it did not take too much space.
So actually I had a question because like because for me like the bedroom is so like a place where I don't like anything. Why did you choose the bedroom and not the living room?
Because the living room I made sure to have as a living room, right? In terms of placing everything that I really wanted. You know, I got basically I exhausted my possibilities very quickly there. The reason why it's here is that the room you might see is rather big, right? It's bigger than the living room.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So in terms of space, like there was more possibilities, and also definitely having it here, it's not taking up too much space, right? I made sure that the desk is not too big, too large. Also, like it's turned to the wall. It's facing the wall, right? So it's not really facing the relaxing space. And yeah, you do not see your bed when you're working. You're like facing the wall. The only thing that's nice is the art. Exactly. So I put up the art so that it doesn't feel like jail. I do get a lot of stress at work. I do work fairly a lot, you know, but I will not let's say overwork at my desk. I can also work sometimes in the living room on the dining table, but it's always just better here because like such a closed space. It's best, I believe, not to mix kind of like your relaxing space with your working space. However, like my experience is that I do not have any issue with it.
That's good. And I think, that's a really good example of something that like, for me, like I don't know if it would work, but if it works for you, then like that's what you're supposed to do. And so like quickly, you were talking about the art. This is by the same author? Yes, it's also by Mango Art. So this one is fuller than the other one, so more characters. And that's just like, you know, like when you're working, you're very much into like serious stuff or boring stuff or things like that. And just, you know, like raising your head, you will see like this type of thing like that's super reassuring, right? Because like that's what you know, like that's, again, most of that is childhood. So that's very nice. So yeah, I do enjoy that. Super fun. This is a little... Right now, there is the dressing behind us.
Came with a huge shelving system that is super unattractive, super practical but super unattractive. So that's why I decided to put in those blinds, right? Is that, as I said, the door that was in the living room, it's right here. So
honestly,
so I'm using it as a thing for the shoes. Yes, so
that's a shoe collection. Okay,
it is definitely. So they're in organized stuff, but I try my best. And so I have all my shoes here that I rarely wear,
right?
Okay.
And the ones that I would wear are in the entryway. And then you have, as I said, a sort of shelving system that came with the place, like embedded, so it stayed, right? And you would get, like, of course, all the places for the coats and all that, like, and then you can put in your clothes, right?
Okay.
But
Would you define your style as like a Parisian style?
I do not think I am like into a Parisian style.
Let us know in the comments what you think.
For me, a Parisian person would be way more careful about what they wear. What a Parisian outfit would be is it's either like super classical stereotype that we can see in the US type of show. But the only thing Parisian that I wear a lot is long coats.
I think like there's different type of Parisian style. What you were describing, the fact that like a lot of what you wear is very like simple, still like has an identity, right? There's like a casualness to it. It is Paris as well, because although there are people who are definitely like more making statements, I think most of us at one point we were just like, listen, today is just like jeans and like a cool sweatshirt and maybe my coat. If I were to say like, okay, like what's the Parisian identity? I feel like that's what I would say.
So do you have any like routines in your bedroom in general?
Not material. I don't know. I have to think about that, to be honest. In terms of routine, what do I have as a routine? Yes, no, actually, yes. I have put a light in my bed, so it means that at night, when I come here, it's either to watch a show, right, or to read. And I make sure that there's a kind of transition, right? So when I go into sleep, I do not go straight to sleep, right? So it means I have a moment that I have, and the moment is marked by the light. It means that at the moment where I turn on this light, turn off this light, that is the time where I need to sleep.
It's kind of like a guest on a talk show.
Sure.
Yes.
That is not what this
We're
is.
definitely on The View. Hi.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to The View. So what I don't know if I asked you during the like when we were filming, but like how did you find this apartment?
I found it on Se Loger. It's an application in France. I found 2 apartments at the same time, and at this time we were kind of like in confinement. There weren't a lot of people actually looking for places. So when I found this place on Se Loger, I just really had to call.
Okay.
And I was the first one to visit, and I got it immediately.
What is it about this place, like this neighborhood that is, I don't know, that has like your love?
Truly, I think it's mainly because I lived here. You know, like it's level of comfort. But outside of that, like there is a strong benefit because where I am, without saying too much, it's in terms of transportation, it's excellent, really. Plus, it's kind of like a good middle ground because it's Paris, yes, but it's not like the hectic Paris.
We've mentioned in the video that you are a Parisian. So do you have any spots, like I don't know, like spots around Paris for people who've never been, or even for people who've been and who kind of want like, you know, to know what like a Parisian would do?
Truly, like I just love walking in Paris. I do have some places that I like to eat at, right? So typically like les bouillons in Paris I love, so I've done all of them almost. So there are several, so just for the record, those are cheap but very good, right? Like so around Opera, so where I get my where we get our bubble teas. In the same district there are a lot of Asian food, mainly Japanese and South Korean. Again, le Bois de Vincennes, definitely. I have spent a lot of time growing up, and I still go very regularly there when I want to like breathe out a little bit.
When we were talking, you mentioned like having a plan for like your home. Can you tell us more about like the planning process?
So what I had done is that with the measuring, I basically drew again everything and started to think about that, and then I learned about the fact that on the internet there are free software that you can use that to kind of like model the space in 3D.
Do you have any other like tips that you would like to share?
Well, First, about choosing an apartment, I think truly, again, let's say the right apartment will find you in a way, because I have visited a lot, because again, I hesitate a lot, I doubt a lot, so I have visited a lot of places, whether it was for renting or for buying. But so first things first is trust your feelings, and I always look for what is true to me, right? So in terms of choosing your style, it's not because your place is not exactly like following the rules that we were mentioning earlier, right? Like matching the colors and all that you will feel not feel at home, right? The most important thing is to feel at home in your space, and in order to do that, I have, well, as you have shown, like all those things, whether it is the TV shows, the games, the manga, all the books, anything that I have that are that is close to me. I think this is the most important thing for a space.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you. That was a beautiful sharing. You're talking about like this idea of being at home and, you know, like building your home that I absolutely share with you. And I think even for me, like although my channel is about home decor, it really is also about like what I call living intentionally. I'm not the first one to call it that, but what I define as living intentionally, which is what you're saying, like this idea of kind of following like what it is that you want, and then, you know, sort of like having the feeling and like creating it on the physical realm, I guess. So speaking of feelings, like what is that feeling of home? Can you describe it?
Two things. I think it's comfort. For one, I think it's very important. Comfort over, let's say, design, I would think, for me. And it's also safety. This is something that I'm very keen on. It's a like kind of like a core value for me.
All right, well, everyone, I think that marks the end of the 3 or 2 episodes. I'm not sure just yet. On this apartment tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then don't hesitate to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content on home decor. As I've mentioned previously, there is, I believe, 3 episodes available, and also do not hesitate to share this video with anyone you think would like it.
And
cool.
the little bell.
What about? Oh yeah, and activate the notification bell, you're right, to see when I post. Actually, usually I try to be like on YouTube 1 hour after I post content, so I can like respond to comments and all that good stuff. But this is the end of the video. We're now gonna eat some food because we have worked a lot today, and I think
we did.
We deserve a little break. So have a good rest of the day and see you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye bye.
Well, that is it for today, everyone. Thank you so very much for watching this last part of episode 4. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly loved making it and also editing it. I would love to know in the comments down below what was your favorite part, and maybe if you have any comments, observations that you would like to share. In any case, it's been really lovely to create this content and to be able to create it with a friend. But if you know anyone who would love to be featured on the apartment tour series, then let me know. I would love to talk. All right, that is enough of me for today. I wish you a wonderful day, and I will see you next Thursday. In the meantime, feel free to watch episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3 of the apartment tour series, or any home decor or slow living related videos on my YouTube channel. Bye!